Good day, everyone. Welcome back to the show. I'm Sean David. Let's talk some old school basketball. I'm a huge Michael Jordan fan, and obviously I gotta have a lot of Michael Jordan videos on my channel since he's my favorite player of all time. What can I say? But of course, I know that there are also some interesting stories that probably haven't been featured that often. So this is what I'm trying to cover in this video. There was one guy who actually was giving Michael Jordan the business for one single game. And I'm pretty sure you guys, or most of you guys, haven't even heard of him, okay? But before we start with this video, if you like this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Also click on the notifications button so you always get notified once I upload a new video. If you want to get access to exclusive podcasts with me and NBA stars from back in the days, also support my Patreon account. You can find the link underneath the video. And I would say, let's get right into the video. Not too long ago, in the year 2015, I found an interview of former Bulls legend Horace Grant on Hot 97, where he was talking about a player who was giving Michael Jordan the business. And the guy's name was LaBradford Smith. I was wondering, why haven't I heard about this guy? And after digging and researching, I know now why. But okay, let's hear the interview first.
With MJ, nothing was off limits.
Your mom, your wife, your kids,
your brother, your dog, you name it. Nothing was off limit, and that's that competitive nature that he had. A kid named LaBradford Smith used to play with the Bullets Wizard. He had 38 points on MJ, and we had to play him the next night. MJ didn't talk to anybody, walking off the court. And everybody was saying, oh, this is the next MJ.
Sounds very interesting, Horace, but let's see who was LaBradford Smith. LaBradford Smith was born on the 3rd of April in 1969 in Bay City, Texas. This is exactly where he also played high school basketball. In 1987, he went to the University of Louisville, where he became a college star. The 6'3" guard had an incredible leaping ability, which he also would demonstrate in the NBA. But more on that later.
Here's a dunk. Well, LaBradford was wide open. Nobody on that end of the floor at all. Going to look right up at that rim and post it through back over his head. Billy, that's a guy 6'3".
In hindsight, it's pretty interesting that you have some guys comparing him to Michael Jordan because of his explosiveness, or in the following clip, even comparing him to the Big O, Oscar Robertson.
And Ellison for Smith with Price back. Oh, he climbed Mount Everest. He charged. I believe that Price had position, but you can't call that play back. Inch for inch, pound for pound, potentially, Bob. This is one of the best ball players in basketball. I don't compare him to Michael Jordan. I compare this guy to who? Oscar Robertson. Look at this angle. Who does he go upstairs?
In his 4 years with Louisville, he averaged almost 14 points, almost 3 rebounds, and 5.4 assists. Decent numbers, but of course, nothing that guarantees you an NBA contract. At the NBA draft in 1991, LaBradford Smith had no idea where he would end up. And he sure had to wait a while before he was finally picked with the 19th pick overall by the Washington Bullets. And that team kinda sucked. I mean, they had really interesting players, but they weren't good. Let's have a look at the roster. So on that team, we had guys like Purvis Ellison, one of the biggest busts in NBA history, not because he couldn't play, but that guy was injured so many times he had to finish his career way too early. But in that season, he actually averaged 20 points. The second player, Harvey Grant, actually averaged 18 points. The brother of Horace Grant, that was his best season. Michael Adams, one of the most underrated point guards. That guy was incredible, especially in that season too. 18 points. So you can see we have some really interesting players. We got Rex Chapman. We got the older Ralph Sampson, obviously, who only averaged 2 points in that season. So that team overall was very unstable, which was good for LaBradford Smith because he was receiving minutes, 15 minutes a game, which was decent back in the days because back in the days you actually had to earn your minutes. So in his rookie season, he averaged 5 points and was a role player. But 1 year later, he already increased his minutes and so did his points. He was now averaging 9.3 points per game, and you could also find him on the top 10 highlights on your NBA program.
And now our first rookie to hit the top of the charts, Washington's LaBradford Smith.
You got to give it to him. A little traveling music, but that was a beautiful play by LaBradford Smith.
At the same time, how was Michael Jordan doing? Well, he was an NBA champion, MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, a slam dunk champion, a scoring champion, so let's just say he was doing not too bad. And then he met LaBradford Smith.
6'3", LaBradford Smith. And the other guy on the team. Wolves almost 2 minutes in here, still without a point. Bradford Smith. Do you think he would remember who that was? 7-3 in favor of the Bulls. Oh, Smith almost had it taken away. Jordan did tip it. On top, Adams. 3 on the way. Nailed it. Low. BJ looks inside. Jordan posted up against Smith. Michael starts to back in. Spins in the lane. Couldn't get it. 2 of 6 from the field. Bradford Smith left wing drink. And he gets 4 points. Adams now has Duty on the left side. Starts to make the move, holds it up. Smith just won a hit from there a second ago. That's it 2 in a row. Charles don't want to let him get his feet wet a little bit. Gets it to Michael Adams. Back to what a way to break in. LaBradford Smith for 22 nailed it. Oh, he's got all of his whistle marks the same distance. Big chance to run. Watch the baseline. Make something happen. Touchdown, no. Smith takes the jumper. Scotty Pippen goes down. LaBradford Smith a little room now. He hits again. 10 points. 4 of 6 from the field. Smith has did everything else from there. Adams makes the move inside. Well, maybe that's about 3 second call on a play like that. Michael hits him on the body. And gets the play inside. Fadeaway jumper. Yep. He's got it going. It'll be 21. And he's wearing Michael out. Mike is just Jordan like that. He comes flying after a guy and he shoots that high under, and I guess now you know what it's like. Be out and get to the end.
Well, if there's one thing you can count on is if Michael Jordan had a bad game or a bad day, you can count on that. The following chance, Michael Jordan will live up to his potential.
You know, a kid named LaBradford Smith used to play with the Bullets, Wizard. He had 38 points on MJ. And we had to play him the next night. MJ didn't talk to anybody, walking off the court, and everybody was saying, oh, this is the next MJ, and he had scored those many points on MJ. The next game we played them in their in their arena, MJ had 40 at halftime.
Reflected when he would shoot free throws. Tough shot from Michael over Chapman off the glass. Jordan with 21. You know, they only average about 210 pounds. They don't have very many big guys out there. Not good rebounders. You got a 35-year-older Charles Smith as Jordan drains another Chapman. Chapman looks in good shape. Stacey King right back to MJ. Oh, they're slipping away. And Michael scores. Nice drop back pass by King. Action to MJ. Michael for 3. Oh, man, a shot. 12 for 15 in the field. He hit Jordan backing LaBradford Smith. Michael takes it on the turnaround. Oh! I'll tell you, that was a one-on-one move where he couldn't get it to another teammate, and LaBradford Smith played as good as you can play on a guy, and Michael has his ass to score. Jordan on the fade over Johnson. Michael with 47. He's got the tree. That'll put him at 101, so they're right over the Bulls will just not even bring it up the floor. Final score from the
So that was the story of LaBradford Smith against Michael Jordan. And just to be clear, 37 points against Michael Jordan, even if it was just one time, hey, still 37 points more than I could ever score against Michael Jordan, okay? So that is something you should be really, really proud of. What an accomplishment, okay? All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope to see you next time. And I would say peace. I'm out. Hey, you guys, if you're active on Facebook, I can really recommend Open Court. As an NBA fan, you should find everything you need. If it's funny NBA videos, impressive highlights, or even NBA news, I check out Open Court every day.